TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. I'm doing this live right now and telling people TikTok, TikTok, and people need to contact you ASAP. And if they remember this next year and it's too late, Alan, they got to start planning for 2026, right? Don't,
Absolutely.
yeah. And as of January 4th, they need to be on the phone with you, scheduling a call to say, okay, I'm ready to now strategize for next year because I missed out because I only have one more day.
Yeah, Neil, I've saved my clients millions of dollars in taxes, millions of dollars. And even some of them, I've recouped their taxes from 3 years ago using tax strategies that my team does. But people need to start 1st of January. Let's get going on this stuff.
100%. It's almost here. All right. So our topic is when the exit becomes the trap, why selling your business can be the most expensive move you ever make. And I hear stories all the time about this, Alan. Why can selling a successful business actually destroy wealth instead of creating it?
Well, because a sale converts controlled, flexible value into fully visible, fully taxable cash, often in a single year. And all this is now with AI, has such transparency. And once that happens, the tax exposure is permanent. You can't undo a liquidity event. But I asked my clients, I said, what is your exit plan? They said, what do you mean, Al? I said, how do you plan to exit your business? Do you need to sell your business? Would you like to have a tax deduction or pay capital gains tax? And they all say, well, Alan, I want a tax deduction. I said, well, how do you do that, Alan? I said, it's not how I do it. It's who I know that knows how to do it. They're part of my team. I have a team of specialists, and we do this for people all of the time. But they don't understand, but they need somebody that's educated to show them how to do it.
Why is valuation often the wrong thing for owners to focus on?
Well, a higher sales price doesn't guarantee higher after-tax wealth. A poorly constructed exit can erase 30 to 50% of the deal before the owner ever sees the money. Net outcome beats headline valuation every time. And I've got a client right now that sold his business for like $8.3 million. Did you think he took all that money in 1 year? No, he's stretching it out over a 3-year period because it's no matter. And then we're doing tax strategies to where he's not going to have to pay that tax either.
Yeah, it's got the plan for things. And that's where your team of professionals, Alan, can just fit everything in there because the wealthy, major wealthy were the ones that were able to do it, not the ones that were just selling their business for $8 million before. It used to not be available for everyone, and now it is.
Absolutely.
What makes liquidity events uniquely dangerous from a tax perspective?
Well, I went over this with a client last week, I think. They compress decades value into one tax moment: capital gains, state taxes, surtaxes, Medicare thresholds, and phase outs all stack at once. The system penalizes speed and visibility, especially visibility with AI now.
And Alan, you keep mentioning the word AI, which I'm very familiar with. It's because the IRS really knows how to. There's no way of getting things over on them anymore, is there?
Not with this visibility they've got. But think about all the fraud that's going on in Minnesota. I mean, this is on billions upon billions of dollars. And had we had the AI here a couple of years ago, maybe or maybe not, they would have found it. But I mean, it's just like with what Musk did. Come to find out that for government employees, they had a mine where they kept paper records, and it'd take people 6 months to get their retirement. I mean, it's just crazy. But now everything is digital and highly visible.
Right. What exit mistakes do business owners make most often?
Well, not just business owners. Basically, everybody I talk to, well, not everybody, but they wait too long to plan. Most people spend more time planning their summer vacation. I've said this many times. Most people spend more time planning their summer vacation than they do their retirement. Most owners bring advisors in after a buyer appears. By then, structural options are limited, leverage is gone, and the government is ready, already counting the money, Neil. You've got to plan. And I tell everybody, if you don't have a plan, make one up. If you do have a plan, review it yearly. It's just like the beneficiary forms on your life insurance policy. I'll give you a perfect example, Neil. This was not my client, But this gentleman was married to this lady for over 25 years. He was divorced 25 years ago, and he still worked for the same company. Well, when he died, he still worked for the same company. But guess what? His pension and everything goes to his ex-wife, not his new wife, after 25 years, because he didn't update his beneficiary forms. That's just crazy.
That's an attorney thing for sure. How should an owner start planning for an exit?
Well, ideally years before sale, not months. Exit planning is about repossession ownership, income streams, and risk before value becomes liquid and reportable. Remember, it's always the visibility that's going to get you. And now, like I said, time and time again, AI makes any type of liquidity very visible to everybody.
Yeah, that's so true. What does a smarter exit strategy prioritize instead of just selling?
Well, like I tell everybody in retirement too, timing, tax control, optionality, and legacy outcomes. Sometimes that means partial exits, stage liquidity, or alternative structures that present control while reducing exposure. The goal isn't to sell fast, it's to sell intelligently. I mean, there's so many things out there that can go wrong. And one of the biggest things that's going to ruin your legacy is taxes. And people don't understand one of the things that's the greatest wealth transfer vehicle out there is cash value life insurance. Now, I've got millionaire clients, multi-millionaire clients that have got hundreds of millions of dollars in cash value life insurance, whether it's indexed or whole life policies. They don't need the insurance, Neil, but they need the insurance to pay the taxes on their assets so the government does not seize their assets and it goes to their beneficiaries. People need to understand this, but many of them don't until it's too late.
All right. The best place, Alan, people can contact you is 910-551-1046 or go to strategicwealthstrategies.com or email you at strategicwealth0@gmail.com. The key thing, Alan, is they got to act quickly. You have TikTok, only a couple more days till January. If someone's watching on the live stream or somehow catch it on the live stream and say, I got to contact you today, do it. But next year, plan on contacting Alan to get things going in 2026. Appreciate it, Alan.
Yeah, and Neil, I want everybody to know I don't charge my services. I want to educate people out there. I'm very, very passionate about educating, and people need to know. Then they don't.
All right.